Um, I had it planned, but I've been missing some of it.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome everyone. And it's good to see you, Jane, Faith, Arlene, and all of you here. Welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club for all of us to be able to get together every Thursday morning to share and to collaborate and inspire each other, learning from a different host each week. Today, we're very fortunate to have Suzanne Plumley to be our host. She'll be talking about how do you create this willingness to volunteer to be this bridge builder. So with that, Suzanne, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your background and why you decided to choose this topic.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. I am really excited to have this topic. A couple of the last time I presented, I talked all about what a bridge builder is and how a bridge builder can help. And at the time, I did not have the whole construct of the whole message built up and how to become a bridge builder. So that's what this time is all about. The reason bridge builders are important is as an Aspie woman, an independent living lady who has lived the majority of her life thinking that she was like everybody else. And lo and behold, issues start building and she starts realizing that she's not quite as the same as everybody else. There are some issues that are getting in the way. So she goes and gets a preliminary assessment or a full assessment, finds out that she's autistic. She's been on the spectrum all of her life, which is why she feels different, but she didn't realize how different she was. Now that's not bad, that's just different. And what I want to, one of my missions is to strike disabled off of all of the work lists. And when you're going to get a job, it will say list autism as a disability. I want to erase that, at least for those of us who have been living most of our life unknowingly as autistic, and yet we feel perfectly fine. We just think differently. So getting back to the subject, Bridge Builders is all about finding the resources, the volunteers who will help us with the concepts that we are being challenged in. And last time I talked about what a bridge builder was. This time I want to tell you how to go about becoming a bridge builder and helping me to start this huge mission. What happens is that there are not enough resources for those of us who are not connected from the school years into getting the help we need. So I want to create an organization where we come together and those of us who need help on a specific topic can reach out to volunteers and say, hey, you know all about home and hearth. You know all about creating effective family schedules. I need some help. Or you know all about fashion and I just don't quite have the fashion gene. Whatever the subject is, financial, family matters, fitness, wellness, you name it. There are 9 categories I came up with, which I'll tell you about in this whole presentation. So if I can do my PowerPoint now. I'm going to just minimize it for a moment so I can open it up on my screen. There we go. Back here, share screen. All right. Welcome to Bridge Builders 2, Becoming a Volunteer. Now, some of you, I know I put in a message just a little bit beforehand. If you have the secondary device, if you want to open it up, you'll find a picture of a woman picture that looks just like this one on the website. And it will say the value of being a bridge builder. Now, let's go in and start this out. Will you tithe your time? Philanthropy is not about just giving money, it's also about giving your time. It can be an act of service, knowing that you're doing some good in the world without any expectation of what's in it for you. However, we'll get to that in a moment of what is good, what is in it for you. Okay. Why? Why tithe your time? Sharing what you know helps others learn more about the world and how to navigate through it. You would be a tour guide in one of your chosen zones of excellence. In other words, for anyone who is a coach, but you don't need to be a coach, if you have a special topic that you really know a lot about, like, as I say, fashion, Dress for Success is a great mission that helps women who are not quite able, either income wise or knowledge wise, to dress up in order to get to an interview or to go to work. Dress for Success helps women learn how to prepare themselves to go to work. In this case, a coach or anyone can decide what their level of excellence is and sign up to say, I'd love to help women who are Aspie, independent living women who are on the spectrum. I'd love to help Aspie learn about my zone of excellence. Long before I knew I was Aspie, I served as a Girl Scout leader for 9 years for girls in grades K through 9th grade. They kept growing up with my girls, so I didn't do all 9 years at the same time. As my girls were kindergarten, I started kindergarten. I went all the way up till they were in 9th grade. I love teaching them about the world around them and the Badrook and the annual retreats. My girl's father said, that's great, but you're not getting paid. And it's like, it doesn't matter that I'm not getting paid. I loved it. So it doesn't have, money doesn't always bring about a love in your heart. Girl Scouts is a great example. I served 9 years doing this. Oh, wait, okay. Awaiting your time to serve. When I was trying to think of how to encourage people to sign up for it, it's not, I understand people are busy and they have a lot of time that they already have scheduled, but first, there are some, I'm not sure about the what goes on in England or in Canada, but in the United States, we have jury duty. And you're not serving until you get called. That's kind of the same idea of what bridge builders are. And what I want to say is, you would not be called by individual Aspies. Aspies will send a note to me that says, I'm in Sarasota, Florida, and I'm looking for financial help for someone involved. What they do is they send a note to me and I would reach out to you. So you're not getting 5,000 new calls that you have to worry about. They're calling me and I'm the one who would be reaching out to you to say, I have a woman who has a question in your area of specialty. Would you be willing to help them? And it's broken down into 3 chunks of time, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But for right now, while I'm still building it, there's no responsibility. And until an Aspie woman needs your help in your area, you actually would not be taking any of your time. It's as I find people that live near you that need your services, that's when I would reach out to you. So there's really not a huge amount of time right now that you would be putting into it. So I don't want to scare anyone to say, oh, I don't have time in my schedule. I hope you'll find the time. All right, my pictures are in front. So yeah, it will feel like jury duty until an Aspie shows up in your state needing your area of help. You are still pursuing your own life just as you have been. How much time is involved? This is what I was starting to get into. As the Aspie has a problem or an issue, I would call you and say, would you have available And this is all the time that I would expect you to spend with the Aspie woman who needs your services. A 30-minute call between the two of you to understand the issue. 60 minutes, either in person or virtually, depending on how close you are, to solving the issue together. For instance, I was thinking about a lady that says, I have a closet full of out-of-date clothes. My kids want me to get rid of them. How do I know what to get rid of? And you would actually just go through the closet together, either virtually or in person, saying, these are the clothing. You'd be a clothing specialist. That's just an idea. And then following 30-minute follow-up call to be sure that the issue is resolved. Maybe she wants to go out and go shopping again, and she's like, but I still don't know what to buy. That's when you can say, well, these are the ideas that we talked about. Stay with this color or this choice or this brand or whatever. So you're only actually spending 2 hours on any given issue. And then you go back into the jury duty pool again and wait for the next woman to come out that's in your area. The more volunteers we get, the less you'll be taxed personally on your time. Can I serve a larger role? Yes. In the beginning, you will be the person I call on for that team until I have more volunteers. Once our number of volunteers grows, I will be in great need of team leaders, which means that you would help me to create a log of who we've served and their issues so that we're not going back and reinventing the wheel on finding resolutions. Yes, every problem is unique, but we can still follow a certain format. And you would be the one in your state or your area of interest that would help me to create a log of the clients we've served so that we're not going back constantly and trying to figure out new ideas. We can go into this logbook and say, I know there was a problem similar to this. How did you solve it? So some people may want to be a larger role, be in one of these 9 categories that would help me. Like Sandra, it was kind of funny. I was thinking Sandra would be great for tactful conversations, tactful communications, because that's her area of specialty. She's all about standing up and voicing your opinion. She might be great at that. I was thinking Binta for like fitness companions, just knowing how to get your body started into the exercise field. Tamara, I thought maybe family matters might be of interest to you because that's all about connecting our children's home life with our school life. So there are any number of ideas that you could get into that might be of excitement to you. Hearth and Home is all about creating schedules that work for the Aspie woman, because I have had a number of women say, help, I can't organize my kitchen. I can't organize my kids' schedule. I'm frustrated. So now you come in and you have those expertise and you could help her come up with plans that have worked for other people. Do I need to be Aspie certified to work with them? This is a big question I already got. No. You are serving as a tour guide in your area of expertise, so you're not emotionally coaching them. Just like if an Aspie goes on an airplane, the flight attendants are not going to be Aspie trained, but they are going to use their compassion, providing that the individuals are minding their manners, of course. They're going to be using their area of expertise to keep you safe on the airplane. A lot of the same idea. If they go traveling and they hire a tour guide, the tour guide's not going to know who is autistic and not, but because they're presenting their area of comfort, their area of expertise, they're going to present themselves with the knowledge without being judgmental, I would hope. So you possess the information that would solve an issue, not changing the way she behaves on a daily basis. How do I sign up? This is where I had put in the website so you could take a look at it and see how I've set it up. there are still some errors. There are some grammatical errors, as well as I want to put in all 9 categories so that people can easily pick the category that they want to be associated with as a volunteer. But here's the website that will collect your information, such as your contact information, the team category that you would like to be affiliated with. And I also ask you to select 3 skills you would like to offer. So you don't even have to offer your broad range of what's in your coaching portfolio. You could say, for instance, if you're working with a hearth and home individual that needs help, I will create family schedules. I will declutter your closet of out-of-date clothes. I will give you a morning routine that will help everyone get out the door and not forget everything. So you're giving me 3 specific skills that are of comfort to you. You're not going outside of your own personal coaching. You're just coming up with 3 specific skills that you're willing to offer an individual. So now if I find someone in Nevada that says, help, I have 5,000 closets. I have 5,000 pieces of clothing in 3 closets, and my girls hate every one of them. How do I get rid of my clothing? Now you're the person who will say, okay, let me help you. And if you're close enough, you can go over and even spend the time with her to pull everything out. If you're not, you could come up with a way to say, okay, take a picture of the clothes that your girls hate, and I'll tell you whether or not they're still in style for your age group. Because I know for me, my daughters don't like my clothes, but they don't understand our generation of clothing. Anyone else have that problem? My girls just are like, ooh, these clothes. So that's just an idea of coming up with 3 skills that would be of comfort. What's in it for you? If the Aspie woman loves what you did and tells her family and friends about your services as a coach, you have new clients. If you create a flyer of your programs, the Aspie woman may opt in for a program or tell her family and friends about your services. All I ask is for anyone who is involved as a Dream Builder coach or an LMC with Mary Morrissey and Brave Thing Institute is that you leave the Dream Builder program with the Aspie woman for me, because there are certain, as part of my coaching program, I have a certain protocol of how I'm taking them through the programs. So that is the only program I would ask you not to do with them, is the Dream Builder program that Mary Morrissey created. Other than that, now, if a family member wants to do the Dream Builder program with you, different story. But I want to do the autistic Aspie Dream Builder program with her. So yes, I would recommend Vistaprint. I love Vistaprint. Go on and think of some of the different skills that you think that she might really have value from, and give her a flyer. You never know. She might really find something. I know Jane, she might love her birth chart. She might love to understand how the moons and the sun affect her different times of the month. I know I've been watching you, and I've been watching another woman to understand how my cycle of the moon and the sun really affect me. And I know that she would value that quite as well. And Rennie, with your income and your financial knowledge, that's a big one. That is big because of our executive functioning. So I'm sure that everyone can find something in one of the 9 categories to jump into. And as I say, it's not a huge investment of time. It's just being available as a resource. There's only one company that is very strong in the United States. It's up in Massachusetts, and they won't even help you unless you live within an hour of their Watertown location. So imagine now offering something in, where are you, Rennie? You're in California, right? That's
I'm
a
in
long
San
way.
Diego.
San Diego. That's a long way from Massachusetts. And I know there's not much in Nevada that I know of. So this would be a way of her saying, help, I need someone. Now, when I go around in my schoolie, I'm going to be setting up little celebrations for all of my volunteers to say thank you. I may be putting on a lunch or something, but I will be traveling to the different states to say thank you and see if I can't create even a stronger force of volunteers. Two of the teams are social based. So imagine this. Sometimes we just need a friend to get us out of the house. You don't need to have a specialty for that. You can just say, hey, I live in town over from you. Let's go and get some coffee. Sometimes we get stuck in our house and they just need to know that someone cares. They just need to know that someone's going to get them out of the house, get them off of the couch, away from the television, out of their pajamas to spend some quality time together. Or if you know of someone who's been kind of low the last time you worked with them, and you can just call up and say, hey, how about a half an hour chat? See what you're up to. Sometimes we need to know that people care about us and want to help us face the public with a supportive friend who will get coffee, catch a movie, learn the true value of relationships. I can't tell you the number of times I'd like to go see a movie, but I don't want to go by myself. Now, imagine you calling me up and say, hey, let's go see the new movie. Sure. It's a big difference having someone who cares to call us up and say, let's go, versus getting out of the house ourselves. The other one is exercise and going out to eat and eating well. I might just say, forget it. Or I might just go and get something at Chick-fil-A and bring it home. But imagine now having a friend who will go out with you and enjoy a nice dinner. And then last of all is where I come in, and that is the entrepreneurial Aspie, who is a business builder. And I have so many questions. I have a book out there collecting dust on Amazon, and I have no idea what to do with it. So if you're into the business of business, creating a better business, we love your help. How do I get my book out from collecting dust on Amazon? A simple question that it might be simple to you, but not to me. So this would be the entrepreneurial Aspie who is trying to start either a product sale or business sale and has no idea on how to go about being in business. That is the end of that. I do have one more thing to show you. One moment. Oh. Don't know if well, okay, I'm not going to worry about it now. But you have the website in front of you. Take a look at it. If you don't have it in front of you, I did put the link into our messenger that you can go in. Yes, there are problems with it. It isn't advertised yet until I find the people who will serve in the positions. I have a bunch of fake people out there in the team leads. It's not really going anywhere, but I'm not also telling too many people. The cool thing about the website is that the Aspie woman will go in and find out what the bridge program is. And then on the BB teams, bridge builder teams, you'll go in and you'll find out what it's like to become a bridge builder. So it's kind of a bridge in and of itself. The Aspie woman's coming in saying, I don't understand. Can I get help? And it'll be yes. She'll have a place to put her contact information. You'll go in and say, I'm not sure if I want to be a volunteer or not. What's it all about? You'll go in, you'll put your information. So it's a bridge to get everybody in to get connected. And that's my nonprofit program that I am starting up with a lot of passion, even more than connecting one-on-one with each Aspie woman as a coach. I do that on my website through all my posts. This is where I'm needed, is to create this bridge of volunteers. And that is my presentation.
Suzanne, how wonderful is that? What a great idea. What a dream you have. It's awesome. You know, not only do you have a dream, you're actually implementing it.
It's
I just really applaud you for doing this because, it's not just Aspie women. I think a lot of women or really other people, Aspie has this spectrum of things, but even whether you have
anyone.
Aspie or not, anyone really could, it's really like helping each other, to have this side where it's kind of this group. This group in a way is it's a volunteer group. But the thing
Exactly.
about helping each other is that not only the person that you're helping get the benefits, including here I'm organizing this platform and all the speakers and everything, and you guys individually contribute to this platform. And I benefit, yes, I have to get up, I have to organize, I do all this for this group, but I benefit. I learn from all of you. The same token, all of you are learning too. And we are collaborating and we're inspiring each other. We're lifting each other up. What a great idea, Suzanne. Thank you for that.
Thank
Go ahead,
you.
Yeah, Tamara, go ahead.
Well, I would like to echo that. I think it is a fabulous idea. I love that you've already got your website going. Did you do all that yourself?
Yes.
Freaking amazing. Coming from somebody who up until now is having technical challenges, I am very impressed.
I can help you.
But I think it's a great idea. And I would like to talk to you more about it so that I could be a volunteer for your program. That's so many people, like Rennie was saying, so many people out there that are stuck in their homes. They don't have that camaraderie, and here I'm sitting in my house and I'm like, boy, it would be nice to have somebody to go take a hike with, like so there is somebody that could really benefit, and then I'm pouring my love onto them, that will be good for both of us. So good job. I'm really impressed. And I like that you are just stepping out and doing it. Way to go. Way to go.
It's important to me because I have no place to turn. And if I have no place to turn and I'm one of the more outgoing aspects, imagine some of these women who are really stuck. And as I say, I have a whole community on Facebook of like 3 different sites. And the women just go on and on about the problem they're having. And it's like, I can't go in 20 different directions and location. Imagine, I can get on Zoom with all of you and we're in our different locations, but imagine having that real hug. Imagine having that real walk, hike. Imagine having that real cup of coffee with someone. That would just beam her up, and her self-esteem that someone cares will go out the window. I do a birthday blessings where I send out birthday cards to everyone who signs up. Just a birthday card in the mail that says, yeah, I care about your special day.
So grateful for you, Suzanne. What a wonderful work you do. Another thing you could you could add on your website is resources for Aspie women or whoever come on your site to have educational resources and stuff. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
Enriching the Aspie Woman Lifestyle is
yes,
a blog post where I write it for both. I write for the Aspie woman who's sharing my experiences, but I also write for the bridge builder who wants to learn more about the Aspie woman in their life.
right. And other resources that other people are presenting, but wonderful work. Kathleen, go ahead. What are your thoughts on this project?
I think it's wonderful. It's such a great idea. And the fact, Suzanne, that you have taken all these steps to create this idea and turn it into a reality really is something. Coming from a person with so many ideas, and not really turning a lot of them, most of them, into reality. I really can appreciate all the steps that you took to do this. I'm impressed. One of my ideas was to start a website similar to Angie's List that would put, excuse me, I'm not feeling well today, put people in need together with volunteers, because I know so many people have it in their heart to help and want to volunteer, but they just don't know how, and they get overwhelmed and they do nothing. And so this is a concrete way of really putting people together who have that desire to help and to give back and connect them with people who truly need the help. So
I
it's
would love
wonderful.
to hear your ideas and maybe we can merge them together.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I would too.
And I love your idea of traveling around in a little schoolie. I also have a similar dream to do that as well. Yeah.
Well, we
And
should maybe get one schoolie between the two of us.
right. And another, I think I may have mentioned this, but another one of my ideas that I want to work on is a book. And I want to go around the country and or possibly, you know, different countries, interviewing people who have changed, who have completely changed their lives and devoted their life to helping others. And yeah, I
Sounds
love
like
it.
the same schoolie mission. So you're welcome to join me. I don't have a companion yet.
Yeah, that would be great. Birds of a feather.
Yes, good job, both of you. Thank you. Jane, you're next.
Yeah, this is tremendous. Suzanne, I'm in New York State, so yeah, I'd like to know how I can be of help. And, you know, we really do have to take upon ourselves to be the change, to implement it. You know we can't count on our the corporations. They're there to help, maybe with maybe a few dollars here and there. And we know that our politicians are, you know, busy at odds with each other. So yeah, it's really kind of up to us to take up the gauntlet. And I'm so glad you're doing this. So yeah, I'm very interested in helping. I also have a background. I have 25 years as a mortgage advisor, believe it or not. But
I will be calling on you for some ideas then, Jane, for sure, because I have an idea that I want to figure out how to get in front of people about.
Yeah, no, I mean, I approved loans for mortgages for many, many years. I know tax returns and profit and loss statements and what have you. So, but there is this side of me that I'm very much the astrologer as well. So, you know, go figure.
So look at this. Look at this group. You guys, all of us, is a wealth of knowledge. Each of us have something, you know, if you can give back a little something. This is wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you,
is.
Jane. Yeah,
Sure.
thank you. Yeah. Lovelyn, you're next.
Wow, Suzanne, this is a big dream and a big dream come true. I don't really know what to say, because whilst you're talking, I took a photograph of your presentation and I looked at all the areas that you have covered. You've covered everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, to see you do this kind of thing, I think I just don't know how to describe it, but I think you've done so well. And I think we need more people like you, because when you mentioned tithing our time, I've had it before, but I've never thought about giving a tithe of my time to do something, to volunteer. And when you say that, it just hit me, and I said to myself, oh my goodness, just 2.4 hours of my time, just to at least to give companionship to a friend, or go out with a friend for a coffee, or give someone a call, or do something with my time. It is something that I had never thought about, whether I've heard about it, but when you mentioned it today, I said to myself, I think now is the time to give back to the community. I think this is what it's all about. Well, I am in Houston. I've looked at I'll go to your website, much as how you said that it's not completed yet, but I'll go there tonight. I'll be there, and then I'll see where I can get involved. And there are so many areas that I'm very interested in, and I will definitely get in touch with you. This is amazing. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. It's when someone asked me if I would pick up the phone and call and ask for strategy stories, I'm like, that's not comfortable to me, but this is like electricity. I mean, this is my electricity of helping people. And I think that's why the Infinite put me in charge of Girl Scouting, because it's the same idea. And it's like, I loved it. 9 years taking girls on retreats, 9 years of teaching badges, 9 years. It's like, it gave me same amount of electricity to know that I was making a difference in the girls' world. And even teaching them, I mean, I look back now and I look at, man, I was coaching in Girl Scouts without knowing I was coaching.
Wow. Yeah, this is big. Like you're talking about birthday card, how we're in this online world now where everything is online. Happy birthday on Facebook, whatnot. But sometimes to have a physical something where somebody think of you, it means a lot, that you take the effort, you pay the stamp, you put it in a mailbox. That's really a wonderful idea. I know I bought Christmas cards, and I asked some friends in Buffalo Gold, I said, what's your address? And said, who's asking for my address? It said, because I want to send you Christmas card. It's not a common thing. So if you want a Christmas card this year, give me your physical address. But anyway, just a small thing like that, it's very small, but all of us can do something small and make a difference, because after I retired, I said, can I go out there and help people so I can make a difference? I have no idea, because I was thinking, making a difference, what do you have to do?
Well, the big thing is knowing where the need is. And if we have people who are stepping out and saying, I mean, if you want, I have a place to put on there your email address to learn more, and I'll be creating a newsletter with the new people. And you can be like, wow, I want to go in as a receiver versus a giver. You can do that too.
Yeah. It's just all I'm saying is that it doesn't have to be something big. It could be something very small, because a lot of people are lonely and stuck, and just to have somebody to talk to, or even it doesn't have to clean closet either. Just somebody to talk to, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, great idea. Okay, Faith, you're next.
I'd like to say how very much I admire her for getting out there and doing it, because that's no small feat, and making a website and having a vision and a dream and working on it. And I really admire that and feel very encouraged by that. I always volunteered. I was raised in the church and been volunteering since I could walk. And I always loved volunteering. Not when I volunteered, I didn't try to get anyone to refer my business. I concentrated on the job or the need of the person, and it just fills you spiritually. And if you're going through a difficult time, it's like taking an antidepressant or a medicine. It just fills you spiritually. So I would say on the emotional, spiritual level, almost nothing can beat volunteering. I don't coach or anything because I'm at a point where I'm in a confusion point, but I also worked in finance. I mean, I really did. I was a banker and I had to have a life insurance license so I could sell products at the bank, and I did statistics and accounting and bookkeeping, and I became a mortgage broker and a loan officer, and I know how to put a package together. And then I became a real estate agent, and I wanted to be a realtor, not to be a used car. How much can I stuff my pockets with? But I live in an area that's very expensive, so I wanted to help teachers and firemen, policemen, regular working people be able to buy a house. And I was able to repair their credit, teach them to have a budget, put them into every government loan program that could help them. And more often than not, I was able to get people 100% financing, and all of them are pretty much still in their house today. So, but that was a lot of hustle and a lot of pressure. And so, and I had a lot of people who weren't thankful or nice. So, I mean, there's a tactic for boundaries and self-care, that if you're an eager beaver, you need to learn to do. But I would highly support everyone to volunteer. And I really admire our speaker for getting out there and doing her vision.
Thank you, Faith.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Faith, so much. That was amazing. I know, Joey, I saw your note that you need to leave. Do you want to say something before you leave?
No, I said I can't talk because my daughter is in a meeting, but I put my message on the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Joey said, I'm just gonna read what Joey said here. Sorry, I can't talk because my daughter is in a Zoom meeting. But what I'd like to say is that you're doing a great job, Suzanne. I applaud you. I love people who dedicate their life in serving others. That's actually the first step in getting rich. We serve first, we give ourselves, then God, who sees everything we do, will reward us abundantly. I'll be willing to learn more about it, although my challenge would be the time zone. She's in the Philippines. It's almost 12 p.m. here now. If we, Aspie and I, both could work out the project time, then why not? I love doing charity works. Our family has been doing this for years, and we're all volunteer at heart, and we're always be doing this wherever we get the chance. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless your heart. God bless this group. Thank you, Joey. Joey, thank you so much for that message. Arlene, you're next. Arlene?
Sorry, it takes me a minute to click the button.
It's okay.
I just want to say congratulations, Suzanne. That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you for introducing to some of us like myself who are completely, I don't want to say ignorant, but ignorant on the topic. I don't know anything much about this. And this has been insightful and interesting, the way that you presented it. And you're obviously very knowledgeable about the topic, and the sky is the limit for your program and for what you're doing. And I admire you, and I am excited to be a part of the impact that you're making on the world. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Yes, Suzanne, it's amazing. I think all of us recognize what you're doing is amazing. So keep doing it, and we'll be a part of it, whatever we can. We have 10 minutes left, and in the this 10 minutes, I'd like to talk about this group. This is like 1 year. I started this with Binta and Val, I think. well, I talk about this program when I wanted to start this. I want to have a women's group that can exactly, was my vision, and exactly just happened in its 1 year anniversary. So I'm so grateful for this group. But what I want to talk about for the next year, well, first of all, we will not have a meeting next week because it's Thanksgiving. And then after that, I'm getting married on December 3rd. It's an elopement wedding, so it's not like, it's a very small wedding with the family, and then I'm gonna take off on a honeymoon to Hawaii. So I'll be off through mid December. But then in mid-December, what I was thinking is that we'll have like one more meeting for 2022. I can't remember, December 15th, right around there, one more meeting just to talk about feedback, to talk about what kind of reflection, what we've learned, and how we would like, what changes would, that we would like to do for this group. Is this working? Is this not working? What's not working? How can we change it and make it better? I know I've been posting that our volunteers each week, this long thing, it's like now it's 1 year long. So next year I'm going to start a new one. I'm not going to post the whole year. I'm going to post a new thing, but I don't know, get your feedback. Do you like it to see people who volunteers for the group, then the schedule, who is next, and all that, and who's done what, things like that.
No. You're not getting out that fast. You're getting married. We're supposed to be your friends. Who are you marrying? She just snuck that in. It's like, oh, well, now let's talk about the schedule. No, who here wants to talk about the schedule? Who here wants to talk about her getting married?
Right?
Hello? Yeah, me too.
Pictures, like, who is this guy? Like,
she just snuck that in. Oh,
Well,
and by the way, I'm getting married. Yes, let's talk about the schedule. No! In Hawaii, mind you.
I know, right?
Nobody wants to hear about the schedule, Riddy. Who are you marrying? That's taking you to Hawaii. Oh, congratulations, girlie.
well, I'll post some pictures.
Woo, congratulations. Oh,
No,
how did this happen?
I know.
actually, I
Yeah, she didn't tell us anything. Here we are sharing our hearts and our dreams. And she's like, oh, I'm getting married in Hawaii. Ciao. Later, you people.
No, I met him 8 years ago, actually, at a single dance.
Wow.
I went there, and I love to dance. I do ballroom dancing. Now I do line dancing, but I didn't have any intention that I'm going to meet somebody who will be, I was divorced, and I saw this guy in the corner by himself. Like this is like the music when they in the beginning they have an icebreaker where everybody get to go and kind of find the person that you want to talk to, and kind of to get to know each other. And then the music started, and I didn't see him walking in. I guess he just walked in, and then he was standing in the corner. Music started, everybody was dancing, everybody was busy. So I saw this guy, with his soda, with his Coke. And so I asked him if he wanted to dance. He
Wow.
hesitated. He didn't like, yeah, and he said yes, and we danced. And then in the middle of the dance, he said, you know what, this music, it was the techno, young people music,
Yeah.
young people music. And he said, I can't dance to this song. He said, do you want to just sit down and chat? So that's what we did. And he never left my side the whole night.
Aw.
This is from the beginning to the end. He was with me the whole time. And at the very end, he said, I love to take you out to dinner. I'd like to take you out. So that was the beginning. And then since then, he picked me up the old fashioned way. He picked me up and we go to dinner every weekend. And that's how our relationship started.
For
Yeah.
8 years?
8 years now. So we're engaged. Of course, we're engaged more than a year. But I thought you knew I'm engaged, but anyway. So we decided to do it.
That's
He
awesome.
asked me,
Congratulations.
we were in the restaurant, took me to a restaurant, nice restaurant. And then because it's a fancy restaurant, they have all this butter, fancy butter, flour butter, different flavor butter. And I was like busy trying to taste this different butter, and he kept pushing the butter away. And I thought, why is he doing this? I said, I'm trying to taste the butter, like leave it alone. But he kept pushing it, and then we were in this kind of a booth table, and he kept pushing the table and reaching below, and I didn't know what he was doing. And apparently he was getting the engagement ring from his socks.
Oh my.
And then he proposed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I didn't know. I was like such a surprise. So of course I said yes. That was a year ago, but it was so sweet. He's pushing my butter away.
He was just trying to keep you from getting cholesterol, like high cholesterol.
But yeah, I'll post some pictures. I'll post some picture. I'll share my.
Yes, please do. Please
I
do.
will.
Yeah.
But I just want to say how grateful I am for all of you here. Each one of you. Suzanne, Kathleen, Jane, Tamara, Loveland, Faith. Of course you, Arlene. You're amazing, and Joey from the Philippines. Joey was one of the first people here I met where I did the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind for her community in the Philippines. I have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to do the study. But anyway, so anyway, grateful. So that's kind of the schedule for this year. Going back to the schedule, Arlene.
Okay, if we must.
So no
Thank you
meeting
for
next
sharing.
week. No meeting next week, and then Amy will be doing a presentation on December 1st. I haven't decided because I have Bill's his name is Bill's son and his wife visiting, because we're gonna have a beach wedding in San Diego. It's just gonna be a short family thing, and then we're gonna have brunch after we'll have the little ceremony and pictures but at the beach in San Diego, and then we're gonna have brunch, lunch, whatever, because it was at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna have brunch, and then that's it. The next day we're gonna take off. But I can't remember why I wanted to mention Bill. Oh, I was gonna say that on December 1st. So we'll have family in our house, visiting. So anyway, yeah, so that was kind of the plan. So and then I'll be gone the second week in December. And then when I come back, there's 1 week, but I will announce it on the message on the chat, the schedule. So that one day it'll just be a reflection and feedback on anything we want to change. Any suggestions would be appreciated. I see your hands up, Loveland. Go ahead.
I'm only just asking, are you sure you can keep the time and wake up at 7 after you've gotten married? I'm only just asking, or are we changing the time for the meeting?
The time of the meeting in the morning, you mean at 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
I don't have any problem. Do you prefer to change the time?
No, I'm only just asking because the status is changing. So I'm only asking, are we going to come out at 7 and leave him in there and just come and sit in front of the camera?
I wasn't
only
planning. Yeah, I think this time is working. I don't know. That's part of the feedback process. If it's working for all of you, any suggestion really would be appreciated. I'm good with feedback, if any changes, any suggestion, I rotate the different presenters each week. Do you like that format or whatever format? And another idea is an interview format where maybe once a month I would interview Arlene, for example, and just talk about her life in depth and, you know, how we could learn from her, or Suzanne or Tamara, each of you, we could do like once a month, do a feature speaker where I interview, and then everyone could ask questions about that person, you know, to
That'd be
learn,
fun.
you know,
I like it.
so. Do you like it? Do you like that idea? Just, or bring some guests, bring some people that you admire, that inspire you, bring them to get to be the guest speaker. Arlene, I know you do the radio show. It's kind of probably I have no idea what you do, but it's probably similar concept. Just to learn
Yes.
about someone, you know.
Yes.
But
And I would love to extend the invitation for the TV show for you ladies as well. If you want to sign up, you schedule a time at askarleneshow.com.
Mhm.
so
I'll be
yeah,
contacting you.
Beautiful.
it sounds good. We are out of time. It's 8 o'clock, 8:01 right now. But so just so grateful, Suzanne, for your amazing presentation. And but more than the presentation, it's the content that you actually, you know, go after your dream and you actually take action. And that's what I love about it, that you're actually doing it. You know,
Thank-
oftentimes we have things in our head about ideas, but we sit on it. We don't really do it.
No,
We're
it's
too afraid to
interesting.
do it. But
It's
this is
been
so amazing.
niggling. It's been niggling at me. I mean, that's a word that Matt uses. It's been in my brain for a long time, and I look back at my life to see everything I've done that's been worthwhile has always been all about the volunteering. As I said, I did the Girl Scout for 9 years, and it filled me with complete love. And I was also a volunteer after school enrichment program coordinator for my girls while they were in elementary school. Again, no paycheck, but some of the jobs that I've had that are volunteer have been more important to me. And so my point is that this is what was meant to do. This is the key that kept on going in me, that you're not meant to be the earner, you're meant to be the organizer. And I love it because it's like everyone's like, oh, being a Girl Scout leader, that must be a lot. I loved organizing the program. I loved organizing the hour and a half that we spent together and getting the girls excited. I mean, the last thing we did was go to Girl Scouts USA, and I said to the girls, okay, fine, you don't want to be Girl Scouts anymore? We're going to go to Girl Scout USA and we're going to tell them how to fix the program so that other girls who are in middle school want to be Girl Scouts. And they used 3 of our ideas, even though they didn't give us credit for it, but we know they used 3 of our ideas. And it's like how full of pride I was that the girls divided themselves into categories, created this whole mission on why Girl Scouts doesn't work for the middle school. And we went to GSUSA in New York City and presented it. The girls presented it. I didn't.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah, Girl Scout is amazing. My 3 daughters are in Girl Scout till high school. But anyway, thank you so much, Suzanne. And each one of you, all of you are so special, you know, do something great. But I think also only because you volunteer doesn't mean you know, I think it's okay to do that also to build your business. So it's really, you know, a dual purpose. And for those of you who are still, you know, entrepreneur and wanting to achieve more in to grow your business, and it's okay also to it's not just totally volunteer only, to do both. So I'm going to close this out. Amy, we won't have a meeting next week, and then Amy after that on December 1st. I haven't decided if I'm going to be facilitating it or I'm going to have Amy host it by herself with her link. But you know, otherwise, if I don't see you 2 weeks from now, then I'll see you in the middle of December. Any other last minute, somebody want to make a comment or something before we close this out?
have a wonderful wedding and honeymoon.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. Can't wait to see the pictures.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, everyone. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you whenever, either a week or 2 weeks from now, or 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
Happy Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah,
And congratulations, Rainey.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So
Thank
excited
you.
for you.
Thank you so much. See you guys.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Happy holidays.
Bye.
You too.